Oh yes, my people, we no go waste time for this edition of Voices of Vigilance because Tori Boku, where we want chook mouth for inside, especially for this Nnamdi Kanu matter, we see the trend. Yes, make we listen to an interesting analysis by Arise TV concerning this matter. I say only me no go hear this one. Make I share with my people.
Let's begin what's trending with an update to the Free Nnamdi Kanu protest on Monday, where despite court orders, protesters led by activist Omoyele Sowore trooped out to demand the release of the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra. Well, on Tuesday, a magistrate court ordered the remand of Aloy Ejimako, one of the lawyers representing Nnamdi Kanu, in Kuje prison. The police arrested Ejimako after he joined protesters demanding Kanu's release and charged him alongside 12 others with various offenses, including criminal conspiracy, disobedience of a lawful order, inciting disturbance, and disturbance of public peace, contravening sections 152, 114, and 113 of the Penal Code law. This development has escalated the controversy surrounding the protest, while legal observers note that while lawyers have the constitutional right to peaceful assembly, their arrest during the protest they participated in adds another layer of complexity to an already contentious case involving freedom of expression, the right to protest, and due process. Well, activist Omoyele Sowore, in response to this detention, actually put out a post on X, and he wrote, "It is unfortunate that the Nigerian Bar Association has remained quiet regarding the unwarranted and unjust detention of Nnamdi Kanu's lawyers, Aloy Ejimako and Barrister Okereke Kingdom Nnamdi. President Afam Osigwe, what is going on? Hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu now." In the meantime, the Center Against Injustice and Domestic Violence has called on the Nigerian Bar Association to take immediate disciplinary action against Aloy Ejimako for alleged professional misconduct. In a statement, the group condemned the lawyer's appearance at the protest ground, describing it as a clear breach of professional ethics and a violation of Rule 33 of the Rules of Professional Conduct for Legal Practitioners 2023, which deals with sub-judice statements. And according to the rule, and I'll read this statement in part, it says, a lawyer or law firm engaged in or associated with prosecution or defense of a criminal matter shall not, while litigation is pending, make or participate in making any extrajudicial statement that is calculated to prejudice or interfere with the fair trial of the matter, adding that the law expects that lawyers argue their cases in court, not on the streets, in protest grounds, or on media platforms. I mean, Vimba, I'm coming to you. Mr. Ejimako's participation in this protest is, they say, is tantamount to trying to sway public opinion and, by extension, the court's view on the matter still under education. I mean, your thoughts on, some of all of these things that I've unpacked before, we discuss on the issue of Nnamdi Kanu as well, because I believe that he has also filed.
Yes, very complex issues. And I think in this instance, I always like to say two things can be true at the same time. The first issue is dealing with the incarceration of the lawyer and the other group of activists. Now, when you look at that FIR report and the issues that they are being indicted for, there are a number of concerns. The number one concern being people are saying that, but this group also included Sowore himself, but Sowore is a free man, and the other 13, I believe, are in prison. So why is there separation between those who have been arrested if they were all together in a group and alleged to have all committed the same offense? Why is there this selectivity? So that means that clearly the playing field is not level. The rules are not applying equally, and many people are even challenging and contesting those rules to say, well, is this really what transpired? Were they really causing public disruption with their protest? Besides the fact that they did stay within the limits prescribed to them, when they tried to go beyond those limits, the police acted, and they were peaceful in their execution. However, another issue that I brought up earlier that I'll bring up is this issue of chanting war songs. And I think we have to be careful now with where we're going. I drew parallels with the case of Julius Malema in South Africa, who was taken to court over chanting a war song. If you remember, he has a song called Kill the Boer. And he says that it's not an insightful song because it's a remnant of their liberation past. So we now need to start having a conversation in Nigeria about whether chanting of war songs that are remnants of a struggle of the past do constitute a public disruption in some form or the other. In South Africa, it was ruled to have been within the constitutional right of any activist or advocate to chant any war song they want. Now it's set for the Nigerian law to set their own precedent on this issue. Now that's on one aspect. On the aspect of sub judice, the rules are clear. This man was on the streets advocating for and vocalizing for a case that should have been in defense as of that point. Of course, we've seen a number of issues that have come up with regards to delaying going into that defense. But at this time, I think that we need to focus our attention to the defense, because the prosecution have rested their case, and it's now up to Nnamdi Kanu to put forward his own defense. I know there are other developments that you'll come to, but and it's now not only is it up to him to put forward his defense, but it's also up to the public, civil society, to hold the judiciary accountable to ensure that his defense is treated fairly, it's given in a fair environment, and that he has access to all that he needs to be in order for him to provide a thorough and robust defense for himself. I think I hope I've dealt with many of the substantive issues, well, but yeah.
I mean, in terms of Ejimako being, detained in Kuje and all of that, you would wonder, I mean, he's a lawyer, shouldn't he have known the rules? But I'm sure that there'll be other, lawyers that would actually come and argue his case as well as to whether or not he had the right to protest at the same time. But meanwhile, barely 24 hours after the protest, the detained IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu, in a motion he personally filed on Tuesday, October 21st, agreed to enter his defense and informed the Federal High Court of his plan to call a total of 23 witnesses divided into two categories. Well, among those listed as compellable witnesses are former Minister of Defense, General Theophilus Danjuma, former Chief of Army Staff, General Tukur Buratai, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, Works Minister Dave Umahi, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, and Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. The detained IPOB leader told the court he would testify on his own behalf, providing a sworn account of the facts, denying the allegations, and explaining the political context of his statements and actions. He requested a 90-day time frame to conclude his defense, given the number of witnesses. I mean, Rufai, what a dramatic turn of events. Kanu's lawyer has been remanded in Kuje Correctional Center for participating in the protest. The timing and Kanu's decision to personally sign the notice raised questions about his relationship with his legal team and suggest a significant strategic pivot in his defense approach, potentially signaling his readiness to confront, the charges directly after years of legal challenge. People would say, I mean, he had no choice. Right now, his lead counsel is in detention. He has to, I believe he also is a lawyer, he says, Nnamdi Kanu. I've said some places that he said that.
You see, if we want to build a nation, let's build a nation. If we want to be hypocritical, let's be hypocritical. For all of those that are saying Ejimako has no right of protest, and I'm not a lawyer, so please, you can challenge some of my thoughts, but I'll think freely on this. And they are claiming sub judice. We have all been on this table where many cases that are currently in courts have been come to discuss here. You remember? Can we even go back and point out a couple of things? Anyway, we remember the debacle of Natasha, and we remember how people were coming to discuss the case while even the judges said they shouldn't discuss it here. Do we remember? Why didn't the legal disciplinary committee, why were they called in then? Audrey, this case has not been, it's been on for a while. You remember that at some point during President Buhari's administration, some Igbo leaders, even when the case was in court, went to prevail over President Buhari for a political solution. Were they sub judice then? I'm talking about those Igbo leaders.
Yeah.
Recently, we've heard that governors like Alex Oti and a couple of other governors, I think governor of Imo State, have been talking to the president about a case currently in courts. Can we also deem those as sub judice? So please, I don't know anything in law, but I just think out loud. So please, you can educate me. I'm open to education.
We will learn more.
No. So I want to learn.
A huge debate.
No. And that's why I'm asking. And I've cited my position that were these engagements sub judice, the one that the great elder statesman from the South is that even finally passed after that, negotiation with President Buhari at an early, was a former federal minister in the 60s in this country. They went to President Buhari to ask and beg that Nnamdi Kanu should be released political solution. The governors that have been talking to the president as regards that, are these also sub judice? Because when you say, okay, Ejimako went to protest about a case in court and you say, okay, sub judice, you should know better. Now he's been detained and, he's been taken against his right. We forget he's a citizen first. Well, those other instances where they sub judice. That's just what I want to. And please, let's also put a background on this case. We've also had a court in this country that have said Nnamdi Kanu did no wrong and should be discharged and acquitted, and appeal courts, before this case had been taken to the Supreme Court. So let's also put that in the context of this conversation. Right. Nnamdi Kanu said he wants to go ahead with his defense process. Yes, he has a right, but also it's only incumbent on let's even make a verification if he was the one that listed these people out. And let's make a verification on that process that was said that came from him. And let him go through his defense. A man has a right to be able to defend himself.
Right.
I am not saying that we should not, have a definitive stance on the rule of law in this country. But all I point out every day is the hypocrisy.
The selective application.
I mean, there are people now that we see them carrying guns and everything, bandits, having peace meetings and all that. Nobody have arrested them now. Okay. Their matter is not in court, it's not sub judice now.
All right.
So that one is out there. Then secondly, we have also seen people that were pardoned, bandits, criminals that were pardoned. All we're also saying is the political solution that you feel was good for the bandits that people speak for, give it to this man and charge him that if any other thing is done again, then actions will be meted out. That's all what a lot of people are calling for in this regard.
Yes.
That's just it. So if you call him all sorts of things, you call him a terrorist and everything, but you've done it for some bandits in the past now, why is his own different?
All right.
That's all I'm asking. Right. I'm not saying I support the way he went about it. I'm not saying I support all his abuses.
All right.
You did the same process people are saying do for this man, for other people that we saw. You even rehabilitated them. Like Dr. Bati said, you give them ashwebi and jollof rice and pepper soup. These are people that carry gun. No? I'm not sure Nnamdi Kanu ever. Did you ever say any gun is not going to shoot people? But these are even people that carry gun. No? That kill
criminals.
That criminals that committed heinous crimes. So
all right.
You gave them a waiver and you said they should be good members of society again. All we are just saying is for the sake of balancing and for the sake of let's have fairness.
All right.
Let that same thing be done to Nnamdi Kanu, and let's also charge him that all the insecurity there that people attributed to you, let it stop.
All right. So
that at least when Nnamdi Kanu is out of the picture, anybody that does this thing again, we say, okay, we know this is criminality. That's all I'm arguing.
The names that he mentioned, though, as compellable witnesses, I mean, I wonder how that will play into his, defense and all of that. He's asking for 90 days. I believe the last time there was a ruling by James Omotosho, Judge Omotosho, he had said that Nnamdi Kanu should, conduct his case within 6 days. So I don't know. I mean, he's now asked for 90 days. It seems like another extension. But yesterday was this Free Nnamdi Kanu protest, and There were many dimensions to the protests. We saw a clergyman calling out notable pastors, including Pastor Enoch Adeboye, as well as Pastor Tunde Bakare, saying that instead of enjoying tithes and offerings, they should be present at the protest. Well, the same priest was seen running and taking cover after police dispensed tear gas. Let's take a look.
I've come as an Episcopal Lord. I was expecting to see my colleagues. I've not seen anyone yet. I've not seen Pastor Adeboye, Enoch. Where is he? I've not seen Pastor Tunde Bakare. Pastor Tunde Bakare, where are you? You came to the streets to dislodge Goodluck Jonathan for his good economic policy, social reform. You people knock him out of Asurok. And today, one man, the country is on that stage. And you people are busy. You're enjoying your tithe and offering your church. Come out and speak for justice. What did God Almighty say? I do not delight in your tithe and offering. I do not delight in your burnt offering. Justice is what I ask you.
They are shooting. They are shooting.
I'm sorry, I have to out you, Bibai. Bibai has been cracking up. Is it your constituents or constituency?
No.
Both of you.
Yes, so they are big pastors.
They are big pastors.
So
but you know, he did make a valid point. And I think the reason why he called those people was because they were out during the time of, you know, those protests. I mean,
I should not OG.
I said you shouldn't comment. Okay, 30-second comment.
Thank God you recall that they came out in their youthful days. Has anything changed?
No.
Pastor Adeboye is 83 years old. Pastor Bakari just turned 70. Let the youth go and use their strength to protest because of the altar. Because they've done their own. And I mean, I think that maybe we should call the younger ones to now take on the baton of defending and going out there to protest. You can protest in many ways. You don't have to go on the streets.
Yes, it was just that funny part where he was.
No, that was.
He should have stood with his full chest.
I applaud him coming out. I applaud him coming out to express his right as a citizen of Nigeria. It was very good.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, all right.
Meanwhile, Toriwe just entered be say police don't arrest Omoyele Sowore when he go court because of Aloy Ejimako, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, where them arrest for that protest day 3 days ago.
Yes, we are not
over what?
to bring you to the office.
By force?
Is it by force? I'm not holding you.
No, when you said that, so why you then have? So we didn't bring a letter of invitation now. That's not your business. When did you start telling people how to wear their clothes? Let my car follow me. Is the car here? Yes.
Wait. Baba, wait first.
No, wait.
Let the...
You have to take me with my lawyer, so provide an avenue for...
Your lawyer can come and
Yes. No, wait now. Let him enter first. Okay. Clear the thing now. Where's this person? Oh.
Where's your second?
Where is she now? She's at the back there.
Meanwhile, Nnamdi Kanu don't start calling legal team, say he go defend himself for the next court session. Yes, his senior counsel, Kanu Agabi and others, take them hand, step down. He even refused the judge to offer him another lawyer. Because of him, he don't call Nyesom Wike, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, David Umahi, Minister of Works, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State, Uzodinma, Governor of Imo State, and Theophilus Danjuma, former Minister of Defense and retired Lieutenant General, Tukur Buratai, former Chief of Staff and retired Lieutenant General. He also called Abubakar Malami, former Attorney General of the Federation, and Okeje Ekpazo, former Governor of Abia State, as witnesses. Yes, and in request for 90 days to conclude this defense, he don't start by saying, say this court don't even get jurisdiction to try him. In case go open tomorrow, will be 24th of October. Oh yes, my people, Apostle Barnabas don't come again with his truth assembly. Come finish work for inside this same Nnamdi Kanu matter. Make we listen.
Hello, brethren. Please, I want to quickly say this before we close the service. Anytime I see the truth and I refuse to say it, then I have failed God. And I have become a disgrace to myself. We live in a country divided in so many ways: political, tribal, religious, regional, and ethnic differences everywhere. Before you say I am being tribalistic, for the sake of our online viewers, let me be clear. I am from Benue State, TV by tribe, but I grew up in Ghana. Most of you on ground already know this. But let us ask ourselves one simple question and answer it sincerely within our hearts. What is this young man called Nnamdi Kanu still doing in DSS custody for more than 3 years now? It is very obvious that they have found nothing incriminating against him, yet he remains there. Some of you are happy about it simply because he is an Igbo man. I do not understand this prejudice against the Igbo people in our country. I'm sorry to say this, it may anger some of you, but from my findings, the Igbo man is one of the greatest agents of development in this nation. If you doubt it, take away their investments from every state in Nigeria and then tell me what is left. In every part of Nigeria, you will find their presence, their businesses, their hard work, their contribution to growth. Yet these same people said they want to leave because of the injustice constantly done to them. How can a government negotiate with terrorists, one of the most dangerous in the world, but hold a man who never carried a gun, only spoke against injustice? And yet many who go to church every Sunday support this oppression simply because he is from the Igbo tribe. Most of you who hate the Igbos have never been treated badly by an Igbo person. You hate them because of what you were told, not what you experienced. Igbo leaders are busy playing politics. Igbo politicians, you are a disgrace to your land. Greed and selfishness have made you silent while your brother suffers in detention. Do you even care about posterity? What will your land remember you for? I have told you this many times in this church. Whenever you support evil done to others, spiritually, you position yourself and your family to partake in that same evil. Injustice in a lawless country flies like a stray bullet. You never know who it will land on.
As if that one no duo, another active voice, Abraham Great Man, come open mouth, talk strong word, give Oga Tinubu government concerning this Nnamdi Kanu matter. Make we hear Abraham Great Man.
All right, this is the Office of the Citizens, Abraham Great Man. I want to use this opportunity to call on President Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. This is injustice happening in Nigeria. For so long, you've kept the innocent man in prison for no reason. Today also marks the 5th year of the NSAS massacre. The tension is rising in the air, but somehow, because you don't have sense, you can't feel it. This is going to continually mount until metamorphoses into something that you can't control. Not even the security forces should be able to control it. But it is time to use diplomacy and do the right thing. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Enough of this injustice happening in Nigeria. This marks the Remembrance Day, another day to remember the NSAS massacre when Nigerians were killed in their own soil by their own government. You can't keep oppressing us. One day, a greater revolution is coming that you can't hold, and it's going to sweep you, sweep your families, sweep all the politicians. But the time is still here, and the time is still young for you to do the right thing. Release this innocent man, for crying out loud. You guys can't find him guilty. You can't charge him, you can't find him guilty. You've kept him in prison for over 5 years, and that is oppression, and that is dictatorship. I'm calling on President Tinubu to do the right thing. All right, Nigerians are beginning to rise. This is just the first day, and trust me, this march is not going to stop. This march is not going to stop. And if you refuse to do the right thing, you'll be shocked of what is going to happen after. This cannot be stopped. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Free him, for crying out loud. Enough of the oppression. You guys will not drink all the blood of the Nigerian citizens. All right? So please do the right thing and release the innocent man, because this protest is going to continue until the right thing is done. But if you don't make haste while the sun shines, it might turn to a full-blown revolution. And I'm warning you right now. I'm warning you.
Oh yes, my people. When I ask myself, what can bring all this in Nnamdi Kanu matter, I can stumble on top one video about one Igbo man where they take Sharia court seizing shop as the man they lament. This man, where you see so, na Christian, no be Muslim. But now waiting make them carry a matter go Sharia court? The answer to that question, now the reason, part of the reason why Nnamdi Kanu, the holla, and I ain't make him, I ain't bring him for inside this wahala.
Area council. I was in my shop 3 months ago. Some people just carry motor gun. Said they are from Sharia court of Agabi, that their chief litigation and chief registrar has auctioned my shop. I told them that I don't have any case with them. Why should they auction my shop? I built this church in 2012. I rent their phone shop in number. I rent one to somebody. They said the person in the shop, he saw it their credit. I told the person owner, why can't you provide his goods? That the goods in that shop, they don't think about the goods. They say what they know is they want to take that shop. I tell them the side should come to the court and tell them if I'm the owner of the shop. I go there. Even though I'm a Christian, I tell them why should a Christian go to Sharia court? They say I must come if I'm the owner, that they will leave me in my shop. I take all the documents to them. Even when I reach there, they even see the document, say they will do investigation. All I see today, they just come here, carry paper come, say that I auction the shop, that they are doing handover because I'm a Christian, because I'm Igbo, they collect my shop, Sharia court. Even if they will follow the law, as a Christian, what I have to do with Sharia court? They go to what is happening in Nigeria. They carry my case there. Even when I appear, they did not listen to me. They bring the other judge, the judge that wants to ask what happened. They remove the judge, say that in charge of who the moving judge. They remove the judge. The judge cannot tell my goods, my shop for nothing. I done nothing. Even if I have case with them, I would have said that with me. But I don't have any case with them. I have not appeared before their court. I don't want to commit anything. They just cannot tell my shop. They say because I am nobody. Nigeria help me, oh. Nigeria help me, oh. My life will finish, oh. EDM help me, oh. They collect my shop because I am a Christian. They show the Sharia court. I'm taking my shop. God help me, oh. 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 They collect my shop just to intimidate me. I have no case with them. If I had case, I would say that I win me. But I'm not being in their court and do any judge. They just collect my shop just like that. Just intimidation. Because of that man, I tell the case to God. Judge collected the case. And the judge said he has carried the case out because I am nobody. He said I cannot report this for no court. Judge, I saw judge come out my face. God help me. Woman right to come assist me. Woman right to assist me. Woman right to assist me. Woman right to assist me. I hope on God. I hope on God. I hope on God. Whoever that say he buy the shop, God will not let you take my shop. This is my sweat. This is my sweat. God help me, oh. God help me, oh. God help me, oh. That should come and help people in this community. To know if the person that's sitting in that shop is the owner of the shop. They do not make any inquiry. I think God to make inquiry before they do something. This court do not make any inquiry. They just go here. Say that I go to newspaper that I'm taking my shop. Nigeria help me, oh. Nigeria help me, oh. Nigeria help me, oh. God help me, oh. Chief litigation. Sharia court of Papi Gudu. Chief registrar. Sharia court of Papi Gudu. Chief judge. Papa area court governor. They connected the ability. They connected the ability. They connected the ability. Papa area court governor. Chief judge. Papa area court governor. They collided and collect my property. God help me, oh. God help me, oh. God help me, oh. Nigeria help me, oh. My life finish, oh. My life finish, oh. My life finish, oh. I do that nothing, oh. I do that nothing, oh. Because I am a Christian. They take my case to Sharia court. They can't just go to Sharia court. Say Sharia court has taken my shop. They did not invite me. 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 God help me, oh. God help me, oh. God help me, oh. God help me, oh. My life finish, oh.
Oh yes, my people. We go cut and here tomorrow, another day. Bye.
Now we be the thunder.